kind of torn about making this video because I think I should, but I don't want to. It's hard for me to talk about this touchy subject. But you read the title wherever it may be, and you know by now I'm going to talk about Brett Farve. For those of you that know me very well, you know that I am a born and raised Packers fan. We are a very, very rare breed of people. When I was only 1 year old, I, very stereotypically American, sat on my father's knee in a small living room in Connecticut and watched Brett Farve lead the Packers to their 3rd Super Bowl. And I laughed. Celebration laugh, really. It was a great time for me. I knew then, or I thought I knew, that I had picked the right team to root for. The next 12 years were hell for the Green Bay Packers. We couldn't win. We were a laughingstock, basically. And Brett Farve was not helping. Interception after interception after interception. It was hard to watch. And to be living in an area where the Patriots are so predominantly praised. That is a tongue twister. I stuck with the Packers because I knew that one day we would be restored to our former glory. One day, Brett Farve would save us. And then he left. Not only did he leave, he retired. Which I accepted, though I was sad. And the honest-to-God truth is, I did cry. Yes, that was a loss for the NFL. Not just for the Packers, for the NFL. But, you know, it was time for him to go. He was getting old. And then, God damn it, he's getting off a plane in New York. He's not only getting off a plane in New York, he's getting off the New York Jets plane in New York. He had just signed with the Jets and come out of retirement. Okay, it's the Jets. I guess I can live with the Jets, I tell myself. And he did decently. I mean, at the end of the season, it was the Packers for the past 12 years, 13 years, all over again. But eventually we got to that point where I could accept Brett Favre going to the Jets. And then he retired again. Yeah, this is starting to become the same story over and over again. He retired, this time as a Jet, and that made me even more sad because I wanted to see him retire as a Packer, but then all of a sudden, stuff starts coming up on SportsCenter. Maybe the Vikings are talking to him. The Vikings? Okay, if you don't watch the NFL, here's a little hint. The Vikings and the Packers, enemies, rivals, bitter rivals in the NFC North. Or the Norris Division, as we tend to call it. Anyway, the Vikings start talking to him, and I'm thinking, well, you know, he respects the Packers. He's not going to go to the Vikings. Well, 2 days later, he's at Vikings training camp? What? I'm sorry, what? Brett Favre signs with the Vikings. I cried again. Now it was a story that not only had a betrayal to a team that I didn't really care about, but a team that I had watched beat the Packers year in and year out. It was, oh my goodness. Now he plays for the Vikings. Not only does he play for the Vikings, he owns for the Vikings. He owns the way I thought that 13 years ago that he would own and bring the Packers back to their glory. But he didn't do that for the Packers. I'm sorry, see, this is hard. He did that for the Vikings. Now we get to the present day. 2 days ago he says, I'm done. I expected that to happen. Now he says, I'm not technically done. I'm done-ish. If I feel healthy, I'll come back and play for the Vikings again. Again? Really? Retire. Brett, listen. We have a complicated relationship. Just listen, okay, man? Go to the Packers for 1 day. That's all I ask. 1 day and retire for good. Go back home to Mississippi, play a lot of golf. I don't care. Just please get out of the NFL. It's not that we don't want you. It's just that we can't have you.
He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar.